I'm 72 years old. That sentence alone changes how people listen. When you're young, advice feels optional. When you're old, it feels earned. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to tell you how to get rich, famous, or admired. I'm here because I've reached an age where lies fall away on their own. At 72, you don't have the energy to pretend anymore. You don't defend yourself. You don't explain your choices. You just tell the truth. And the truth is this: there is one single thing that decides whether you die regretful or peaceful. Not money, not success, not how hard you worked. I learned that far too late. Let me tell you how. When I was younger, I believed peace came later, after the struggle, after the grind, after the sacrifices. I believed peace was a reward, something waiting at the end, like a chair you finally get to sit on after standing all day. So I stayed busy, always. Busy meant important. Busy meant valuable. Busy meant I was becoming someone. I missed dinners. I missed birthdays. I missed quiet moments I didn't realize were irreplaceable. And every time someone questioned it, I said the same thing: I'm doing this for the future. Funny thing about the future, it keeps moving. I told myself I had time to slow down, time to call people back, time to fix relationships later. Time felt endless when I was younger. But time doesn't move the way we think it does. It doesn't walk, it runs, and one day, you wake up and realize it's not running beside you anymore. It's ahead of you. I remember the first moment something felt wrong. I was sitting alone in my house, not lonely, just quiet, the kind of quiet that feels heavier than noise. I had everything I thought I wanted: a roof, stability, respect, but there was a strange emptiness. Not dramatic, not painful, just missing. I didn't know what it was back then. Now I do. People think regret comes from failure. It doesn't. Regret comes from betraying yourself slowly. From choosing what's easy over what's honest. From saying yes when your heart was begging you to say no. From living a life that looks acceptable on the outside, but feels unfinished on the inside. At 72, something happens to you. Your body slows down. Your schedule clears, and suddenly, there's nowhere left to hide, no more noise to distract you. That's when the questions come. Not loud, soft, persistent. They show up at night, when you're alone. Questions like, did I live the life I believed in? Did I become who I respected? Did I trade too much of myself for approval? Those questions don't accuse you, they just wait. I've sat beside men in their final years, men who were powerful, men who were wealthy, men who were admired. And you know what none of them talked about? Their titles, their cars, their achievements. They talked about moments, missed moments, a son they didn't know, wife they stopped listening to, a younger self they ignored. No one regrets working hard. They regret working empty. So what is the one thing, the thing that decides whether you die regretful or peaceful? It's not success, it's alignment. Living in alignment with what you know is right, even when it costs you. Peace doesn't come from having more. Peace doesn't come from having more. Peace comes from not abandoning yourself. When I was younger, I abandoned myself many times. I stayed quiet when I should have spoken. I chased approval instead of meaning. I chose comfort instead of courage. Not because I was weak, but because I was afraid. Afraid of being misunderstood. Afraid of disappointing people. Afraid of standing alone. So I blended in. And every time I did, something inside me got quieter. No one tells you this. You don't feel regret all at once. It arrives gently, like dust settling. You don't notice it day by day. You notice it when you finally stop moving. At 72, peace doesn't come from fixing the past. It comes from accepting the truth about it. I can't go back, but I can tell you this: the people who die peacefully are not the ones who lived perfectly. They are the ones who lived honestly. They said what they meant. They chose what mattered. They stopped explaining themselves. They made peace with being disliked. I used to think being liked was important. Now I understand. Being respected by your own conscience matters more. You can survive disappointment from others, but disappointment from yourself, that stays. If you want peace at the end, you must practice it now. Not calmness, integrity. Doing what you know is right, even when it's uncomfortable. Walking away when something costs your soul. Saying no without guilt. Choosing depth over applause. I see young people chasing Noise. Chasing. Validation. Chasing someone else's definition of success. I don't blame them. I did the same. But let me tell you something clearly. The world will never stop asking for more from you. It's your job to decide when enough is enough. At my age, the people I admire most are simple. Not flashy, not loud. They live clean lives. Their words match their actions. They don't rush. They don't beg for attention. They have nothing to prove. That's peace. Peace is knowing you didn't shrink to fit in. Peace is knowing you chose meaning over comfort. Peace is knowing you lived your values, even when no one was watching. I don't fear death. I fear unfinished truth. Things unsaid, boundaries never drawn, a life lived for others instead of from the inside out. If you take one thing from this, let it be this: don't wait for the end of life to live honestly. Live in a way that requires no explanation later, because at the end, no one is grading you, no one is applauding. It's just you and the life you lived. At 72, I finally understand. Peace is not found, it's earned. Earned through daily honesty, through choosing yourself quietly, through walking your path, even when it's lonely. If you're young, you still have time. If you're older, you still have today, and today is enough. This is honest advice. Not to scare you, but to free you, because peace isn't waiting at the end of life. It's built, decision by decision, long before you arrive there.